Hana!
It is far too easy to get them to pay attention enraptured. They hang on my every word and follow my every move. All of it would have been stifling had I not grown used to such stares. Most are respectful, some are hostile, if we are honest. And a few are downright inappropriate. After all, I am.
Hana right!
Oh, how's it going there? I'm just fucking right.
There's a moment of agitation as a familiar but less than welcome face approaches me with a suggestive smirk on his face.
I thought he was holding a wine glass, and I realized that's part of the background.
I farted a bit.
That's what it looks like. He's got that same grin.
Of course, I have to keep my benevolent smile and greet him as I greet any good friend. After all, this man can turn heads, being famous in his own right.
Officer Lee! What a pleasant surprise. I didn't think you'd have the time to attend tonight's party.
He's more Luke's friend than mine, really, and I'm quite sure I only invited his wife. Much like I am only friends with the chief inspector because of Luke. I hate chief and chef. Fuck you.
No, but it's awesome because I just imagine this chef inspector.
Yeah. Much like I am only friends with the chief inspector because of Luke. Luke is only friends with Rachel? Rochelle. There it is. Okay, with Rochelle because of me. Unlike how I treated Lee, however, never hid his animosity for the Lee matriarch. Yep. I can words.
Blah, 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 blah.
It was an odd sort of friendship where we would have awkward double dates. I don't even recall his first name. I started with an N, I think. I might be wrong. Aside from the chief inspector of Luxburn Police, his wife, Rochella Lee Nivance? Lee Nivance.
Maybe. It's got the accent mark, so it might be Linnea.
Linnea?
Vance, but who cares?
Yeah, Lee
Maybe
Nivance.
she's part
Yeah, it's Lee Nivance, yeah. Owns a general electronics. Fucking A. My brain can't.
It's okay, man.
Fridges and freezers mostly.
Oh, I always have time for my favourite socialite couple. Might I say, you look positively ravishing tonight.
Could you fuck off? Do you do CrossFit? You can cross fuck off.
You know what I forgot to do?
What'd you forgot to do?
Save.
Savvy.
I see the husband isn't with ya.
The way he eyes me up is enough to make my skin crawl. I just wish Luke is here to fend off the more unseemly of our peers. You know the ones. Men who are just a bit too friendly, staring too long at my assets, and getting close just because my husband is not here. And to think they have the gall to do this on my own party. At my own party. In my own house, if I might add. But like any high society woman worth her salt, I know how to handle it with grace and dignity.
I suppose you are looking pleasant as well. Luke's busy with work, unfortunately.
On his shoes.
Michelle isn't here.
A shame. I do hope he isn't causing you much trouble. That husband of yours can be a bit daft sometimes, acting like he's still some young bachelor. The wife sends her regards and her apologies, but something came up with her doctor and she needed to attend to it. You know her, being pregnant and all.
We make small talk. Rather, I'm forced to do so, as he would not leave my side, finding his place there. Much to my chagrin, I've been extricated, yeah. Ugh.
It's a tricky.
Dyslexia is fun.
I mean, I don't even have it, but I've called that extracted before.
Extra. Wait, what?
Extra.
I've been extricated from the few who flock in hopes of flattering, for I can tolerate them far better than Lee. He's a nice enough person, and I adore his wife, who is obviously the brains behind the two. Snap, son. But there is something unsettling about him. I do not trust him as much as I want to. Ellipses. He regaled to me tales of the Luxburn Police Department, a different affair to the usual gossip I am privy to, and, though I loathe to admit it, it's interesting nonetheless. I expect the topic of business to die out quickly, which would be understandable enough due to the confidential nature of his work. But, oh boy, was I wrong.
So, wearing civvies, I steal and drive off with one of the police mobiles, right? In the mirror, I see the mutant chasing on foot and screaming about theft.
Dang.
The look on his face was priceless when I parked it in the garage.
Oh my. You made him chase you all the way home for a prank. What did Rochelle have to say about that?
The chief inspector doing a prank like that? Like, what?
Rochelle has a strange love and hate affair with Lee. He is a married man who did not grow up past his early 20s, judging by the way he acts. Surprisingly enough, they've been married for a good 20 years. A lifetime if you compare it to my marriage of 7 years with... I, on the other hand, well, Luke is no Lee. I should be happy about that, I suppose. Although my darling did have his moments.
The wife pulled my ear and gave me a good talking to, though. Besides, we live in a flat a block away, so it wasn't much of a grand chase.
Weren't you living in a house near the countryside?
Moved for work, you know. Or you probably don't.
Ooh.
No, I don't. But a flat in downtown? I suppose if that's what you like.
Oh, it's horrid. Hate that tiny place, no matter how convenient it can be for work. 55 square yards are not enough when you need to get away from the wife. I wouldn't mind a place away from the city. Even started looking at the ads. I spied an interesting lot, actually. Heard it was finally put up for sale. Or that something mansion, you know the one with all the ghost stories.
I know what he's talking about. There are really only a few urban legends around here. It's...
The Ermagood mansion?
Jinx.
God damn it.
That's the one. Worthy of a king it is. I'd buy it myself, but Rochelle would only gripe if I brought it up to her. Not to mention all the expenses a place like that will be a real fixer-upper. You also have to find someone willing to work there with how superstitious people can be.
If it becomes a problem, just hire someone to do an exorcism.
Actually, I do know of someone who could be up to the task. You remember the Ludgates party at their Christchurch summer residence?
Of course. It was an excellent soiree. Everything was so classy, too. Such good taste.
Oh, that place was a pigsty until they hired out this interior designer and they turned it into a bloody palace. She worked for the Exeters for their apartment in Soho too, and they recommended her when we were looking up pieces for our beach house in Porto Colom. I think I have a business card right at... No, I must have left it in my other jacket. Anyway, she's called, what's her name? McCullough, Marianne, I believe, yes. But truly, if anyone were to get that place in McCullough, well, they'd be the envy and the talk of the town.
Well, if you put it that way, I might just snatch it up for myself. This place was starting to feel a bit small lately anyway.
Sure, a 3-story penthouse might not fit the definition of small for some people. Okay, maybe a lot of people. But it isn't big enough to have grand parties in. As it is, I only invited only 30 people to this one, and it already feels cramped in here. It certainly would be nice if I didn't have to ride an elevator up and down several floors before I can get anywhere as well. All Luke's words and not mine. Besides, I've been looking for a good anniversary gift. Luke might like this one. Where is he, anyway? Murdering someone.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, Jesse.
Luke is dressed to the nines, as he usually is, and he looks ready for whatever the day will throw at him. His butler and valet wait at his side, just in case he isn't as ready as he looks. Oh, sure, that is normal. What is confusing me is the fact that he is on his way out of the penthouse, considering we won't have anywhere to go until much later.
Where are you going?
I am to attend the Triad Autumn Tasting. I do believe I informed you of this 2 weeks ago.
That's Tat, for sure.
Ah.
Yes. And might I remind you that I had stricken that off your schedule? Because 1, the doctor told you to stop consuming so much alcohol. And 2, I informed you a few days ago about the open house we are going to attend in its place. I've even found this marvelous interior designer, Mary Ann McCullough.
It's a 3.5-hour drive to Cardiff. I don't have time for this. This is like that little party you threw all over again. You don't inform me of it, and you expect me to stay and be a gracious host when I have business elsewhere. You know how I operate, Hana. Unless this was penciled in, I am sticking to my schedule.
If I may intrude, the madam is correct. Your physician did insist you moderate your drinking, unless you wish to incur acute pancreatitis. And you did have this open house penciled in last Wednesday morning.
Bullocks, I don't remember doing so.
Well, you did. While very hungover, in fact.
He did. Moaned about me being too loud, but gave in after some pushing. Perhaps that was a bit too cruel and manipulative of me, but...
Whose side are you on?
Come on, Luke. You promised we'd do whatever I want this weekend.
Gordon Bennett, fine. I am giving this house tour of yours a chance. But if it proves to be a waste of time, I am going to Cardiff, and you are going to take a cab home.
Damn.
Are we clear?
It's just a bit of husband and wife tit for tat, isn't it? All couples have their arguments. Once the honeymoon phase is over, as they seem to call it, reality sets in that you and your partner might not always see eye to eye. Perhaps it has been the years. 7 of them is nothing to scoff at.
I just cannot bloody believe I agreed to this. I was really looking forward to the Triad tasting.
Though sometimes I think it's something a bit more than just simple disagreements. And I have to stop myself from wondering where we went wrong.
There's always the Triad Christmas tasting in Manchester next month, and that'll only be an hour and a half drive.
Have I been neglectful? Have I offended? Have I acted shamefully?
Yes, but Cardiff.
Certainly, any problem can be discussed.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't turn me away.
Yeah.
Well, there goes my good mood.
Drunk.
Are you happy now, Hana?
Why must he treat me this way?
Well, you know what I'm gonna pick. Alright?
No.
Defend myself.
Remain
Oh,
silent.
yeah. Wait, really? You're gonna remain silent?
I figured that one would be unanimous.
Yeah, I thought that one was gonna be unanimous too. But now I'm questioning, what is your reason behind that?
It's don't push his buttons.
Oh, that's a good point. She started
Both
spuddling
are
in her own
valid,
thought.
but I'm just
Yeah, but she
shut-
started spuddling in her mind that, did I do something wrong kind of thing. Like, almost like if I do something wrong, he's gonna retaliate. That's a good point too, in that way. What were you gonna say?
Both are valid. Because defending yourself could make him see your side of the argument, so he's more inclined to, or remaining silent goes, I'm sorry, honey, kind of. He might be more forgiving. Or I can maybe be reading both of those wrong. Who knows?
Well, they can also throw curveballs, and you already know that.
Uh,
And they like it.
mm,
You're the deciding factor.
Jesus.
Everything's just earthquake. Fuck. Why do I have to be the deciding one?
Carbon?
No, it's the Tyrannos. I kind of want to see if he throws a tantrum if you remain silent.
Do you want
though.
to save scum it? I mean, this game has a bazillion hours of gameplay.
No, I don't want to save scum. Not on the first run.
Oh god, does that mean we're gonna do another one? Then?
Not back to back. But yeah.
I really want to tear through this game and see every possible outcome.
I'm gonna say remain silent. I want to see if he tantrums out or not, or if he
So we're gonna-
starts realizing, oh shit, I'm an ass.
We're gonna save it for next Halloween when we finish this one run.
Ugh.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say remain silent.
Alright, go for it. I don't know. Well, I am
Ma'am.
happy. And I'm sure he will be too once he gets over this little upset. There is no point in aggravating him anymore, so I keep myself from commenting on the issue any further. That's exactly what Blair said. A sweet smile and a bowed head, no need to provoke. This is how I cope.
I kind of want to see what that did relationship status wise.
Go for it.
Oh, it was less.
Yeah, you lost
oh,
respect for her.
shit.
So, when do we leave? Where are we even going?
We're scheduled to leave after lunch for the Ermengarde Mansion? Das ist ja interessant. It's just Deutsch name. Is that infamous mansion, yeah? I have seen it from afar. It's a huge property. Very beautiful if it wasn't left abandoned. Certainly a house befitting lords and ladies of the land.
A house good enough for nobles, huh? It is well known then? I guess that doesn't make it a total waste of time.
Our old sous chef mentioned going there for Halloween last year. We've not seen him since. Not that I mind. He made terrible pumpkin soup.
I smile even as they turn their backs to me. The ride to the mansion is quiet, with Luke having stared out the window the entire way, not paying attention to anything around him. Meanwhile, I am conflicted. I don't know if I should apologize for changing his plans like that. But by the time we arrive at the mansion and I see his eyes light up in genuine interest, apologizing is the last thing on my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to keep going?
I'd go a little bit longer. That was very...
The whole affair with the Ermengarde mansion is certainly an interesting experience. This is right after the letter. The place had been renovated and restored by the owners to what they claim to be acceptable standards. The mansion itself looks like something befitting a fairy tale or a period piece. It is tastefully decorated, and with a little bit of love and attention, I'm sure it can be a place Luke and I can call home. And the number of other prospective buyers that have come from the powerful and wealthy of Luxbourne certainly did not disappoint, marking this estate as prime property. Lees are amongst the group who went with the Rose woman, and I saw a few other notable faces, though I did not really feel like mingling. Unfortunately for every one of them, the Wrights are interested in buying.
Wheel and well?
What's been bugging my mind, however, is that Isabel. What is her problem? I still don't quite understand what is happening. One moment she is scrambling to give us the paperwork to finalize the sale. Then she is panicking over some sort of prank letter or another. Prank
Dear
letter,
me.
that's a whole different
Is
thing.
Isabel all right?
It is apparent with the way she shakes and by the power of her skin, something has really shaken her up.
Isabella, do you need me to call that ambulance?
I'm worried, but it will be best if she is attended to by someone more familiar to her, like her partner. But even then, the girl refuses Rose's offered drink and looks just about ready to make a run for it.
No, I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Excuse me, I'll be back. I just need to catch my breath.
And she does so, just as I predicted, and her partner follows like a concerned mother. There is an awkward air among us as we are left in the wake of whatever that was. The others murmur and gossip with each other, speaking of the poor, daft girl, and telling the tale to whoever was not audience to the act in the first place. It doesn't take long for the woman, Rose, to return and pull us aside into the study for what I rightfully assume is damage control.
Okay, I can go. Rose invites Marianne in too, hoping to apologize to her as well. But the woman refuses, saying she is not one of her clients anyway. That leaves myself, Rose, and Luke, the last all too eager to make himself comfortable in a study he's no doubt already claimed as his own.
I can't apologize enough about what just happened. Please forgive Isabella. She's been under a lot of pressure lately. She's young and all those rumors about this being haunted just got to her head. And it must be this terrible heat too. Not a drop of rain for days now.
Are you sure it is wise to just let her go like that? Where is the poor dear? She might get hurt.
She's more likely to hurt somebody else, given what just happened.
I told her to sit down and take a break. Already rang someone to pick her up, too.
That might be for the best, dear. But please, we're here to talk about the mansion, yes?
Yeah.
Why, I absolutely adore it. Don't you, Luke? Some of the rooms will certainly have to be repurposed. We want to change the appliances and have Marianne lead on the decor, but the whole thing is just lovely.
I guess. It's certainly a lot roomier than our penthouse.
Exactly. Lots of space for guests, parties, a lot of room for little ones to run around too.
Let's not discuss that right now, Buttercup. Anyway, I do think it would be a shame to let this mansion slip past us.
But you haven't even finished touring the house.
Well, we like what we've seen.
I am making her job easier for her, am I not? No need for loans or long price negotiations. We can just sign a contract and close the deal. Really, you'd think the woman would be more happy about an easy sale. I know how these estate agents worked, how long they had to wait, and how much they had to spend even just for a single sale. Why? She should be jumping for joy by now. I'm sure the commission on this mansion is nothing to sneeze at, even if she has to split it with the Isabel girl.
Huh, do you think we could have horses here?
Yes, those do sound nice, love. Anyway, if anyone else is interested in buying this property, I assure you that I'm able and willing to give a better offer.
Didn't she mention that there used to be stables in this place?
We're going through Hana's place, so... yeah, different days.
I thought it was mentioned during Isabella's tour.
I think it
I might be wrong.
I'm trying to remember now. I know it was mentioned, but I don't think it was
Of course,
mentioned directly
this also
to these
implies
people.
that Luke wasn't really paying attention, too. Because
Yeah.
that's the whole vibe.
Yeah.
There's like a dilapidated stables that's further out on the property, I think.
Yeah, I remember that, like...
It's like from the 1600s or 1700s.
Yeah, I believe, she was asked about... Yeah. When Isabella got to the wine cellar, he's like, I've always wanted my own personal vineyard. And he's like, there's not enough space or something like that.
It's like,
and
she's
she's like,
on
no,
a 46
yeah.
acre lot or some shit.
Yeah, there's like plenty of space for it, and they used to even have horses here. Something like that. It was during the wine cellar.
It's like gone, yeah.
It's gone
that
now,
stable's
but-
is gone now, but it's like ancient.
Yeah, if it could hold horses, it could do a vineyard. Grapes are nice.
A vineyard would be nice. Or maybe,
Yeah, he mentioned it prior, but he's mentioning it again, because now he's... yeah.
This is
And
like-
actually
we
thinking
do
about it.
reward our people quite generously, Rose.
Actually, what? Blair?
He's actually paying attention now. That's the idea.
So, if I were you, I would start on that paperwork.
helicopter pad.
That's where he starts going on about a helicopter pad.
No,
evil
darling. One step at a time.
Helicopter pad! I pause. And there's a small moment of complete silence where Rose and I just stare incredulously at Luke. It is an unspoken understanding, a rule between the two of us that we have to put on and act. With our social standing, where image matters, it is also important to avoid making enemies. And to follow this rule is an easy feat for me. From youth, I have been the well-trained social butterfly, gracious and graceful. Luke, on the other hand...
Oh, wait, what, Luke? No, what?
Helicopter pad.
Whatever would we need a helipad for?
For our helicopters, obviously.
Well, he likes to play the fool sometimes, even if he is anything but. As he throws me a wry smile, I shake my head and beckon Rose over. This is to be our home, and there is nothing she or anyone else can do to change my mind. This is a place that speaks of power and importance, and at the same time of safety and comfort. Perhaps we can even have our family here. There is definitely no better gift than this for our special date. Why, everything here is absolutely wonderful. Well, except for this ugly painting in the study.
Don't lie, that got you a little bit, Blair, didn't it? Just a little? A little.
It was more like, huh? And it's like, wait, Is she
When you're
wearing Alice in Wonderland costume?
Wow.
Look at it! Tell me that doesn't look like
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's what happened. She lost to the right
Alice
wing.
in Hellland, maybe.
Yeah, that's it. She didn't. Things didn't work out so well in Wonderland.
In the rabbit hole.
Yeah, in this universe, and she got fucked.
To be honest, when you're the one reading, you don't even notice that shit pop up.
Yeah, you look up. It kind of doesn't get you as a jump scare because you're so busy looking at the text that when she pops up, you already see her chest and you see some red, and you're like, okay, it's a bloody chest. It's her. And as you're looking up, you've already prepared yourself in that split second, like, oh yeah, it's her.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta fix this. Yeah.
The audience probably got a good, huh?
Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
Especially if they were looking away and then look back.
Oh! Okay.
Ugh.
Well,
Whoa.
except for this
Bobby.
Ugly painting. In your study. It looks like a bad fake of an Edvard Munch painting.
Here's the deal. I'm willing to pay 10% higher than your listing price. If anyone tries to outbid us, just add another 5%. I doubt anyone can, of course. Or, you know what? Just add 15% to the listing price, and we can sign all the paperwork now.
Damn.
I guess, if that's what you want. That won't be any trouble.
And then her face just distorts
turns
into
into the
Batman.
I farted grin.
I don't have all the papers now. Didn't think this would be a quick sell.
That's creepy.
I'll have copies sent to you so you can look over them. And if you'd still like to finish the rest of the tour with Isabella's group, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I keep farting.
No, I think we're good here. We'd appreciate a private tour of the place a lot more, I think.
All right. Should I let Marianne in, then?
Marianne? Oh, right! She's been waiting outside the study this whole time, hasn't she? I'll need to have a little chat with her to move this little mansion project forward.
Please do.
There's a look of apprehension when the other woman enters the study. What? Sorry, there's something crawling feeling on my leg. It's that fucking beetle again. Yet, like a professional, I see the moment when she steels herself and masks her worry. Admirable.
We have this project then?
Of course. Will you be needing anything from us?
Having the floor plans would be a great start, just so that I can look at them beforehand. And if you could tell me when you're available for a meeting so that I can include it in my calendar?
Oh, is a meeting really all that necessary, Marianne? I guess we can send Johans to help you out. You two can start by getting rid of this ugly painting.
A hush falls upon the room at my request,
What painting?
Now that.
and lo and behold, the painting is gone.
Yee.
In its place, a mirror stands, which leaves me to look at my own confused expression.
Odd. Well, no matter.
What? How can you just...
Back to the topic at hand. Marianne, dear, we are simply far too busy to meet up.
Or perhaps maybe I should free up my schedule, question the need for a meeting.
I'm gonna question the need for a meeting. What do you think, Blair?
I kind of want to agree. Though
Yeah.
she's trying to be very generous in all of her situations.
Mm,
I'm actually conflicted.
I don't know what I want.
I'm going question.
I mean, she said she could send the Johans over too. Right? In my own personal thing, like when I actually have like heard of people getting interior designers and stuff like that, in most cases, they don't really need like an actual like meeting. They can just do this over the phone now. They could too.
Mhm. So it sounds like you're in the questioning category.
Yeah.
Then go for it.
I'm good for question the need for a meeting. You still on for that one?
Yeah, I'm still on for that one.
Okay. Question the need for a meeting. This isn't the first estate we've acquired, of course.
Which makes sense.
We've bought plenty of others, from penthouses in Luxbourne to vacation and townhouses in nearby cities. It is, however, the first time that an interior designer has asked for a meeting with me. So, there we go. Normally, I just let them do as they please and hope for the best. I found that they rather liked the creative freedom it lent them. They all bragged about it. Hannah Wright is living in a house I designed.
I can make time, but I'm sure you're more than capable enough to work on your own, yes? Surely I would just get in the way and you can do things faster and more efficiently without my input. Because, no offense, if you're one of those workers who need constant supervision and hand-holding, you might as well tell me now so that I can look for another interior designer to work with.
Ooh, we picked the insult the fuck out of her.
I think so, yeah.
Route.
Duh!
Surely this one will feel the same.
Yes, I am capable of working without any design input and without supervision, Mrs. Wright.
I really want to know. It's negative, right?
Oh, yeah. And what was she all twitchy about when she first came in? She was kind of nervous again, like she was at the
She's
park.
been
in
nervous
Isabella's.
ever since talking with Isabella.
Well, this is before she talked to Isabella. We're back in time again.
No. She's already spoke with Isabella.
The very first meeting with Isabella, she had that
This was
nervous
before the Wrights showed up.
because she was talking on the phone and she came back like, uh-oh.
Yeah, she wanted to talk to the supervisors after she cracked her head.
Oh, you mean after she fell down the stairs?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's where she first met McCullough.
So, Marianne,
McCullough was
we're
like
guessing
freaking
Marianne
out,
may
like,
have already...
before they even really had a
Yeah, so
conversation
McCullough
together.
may
Chances
have
are
already
she's seen
something.
something in the house.
Already, yeah.
Yeah.
Early on.
But it'd be entirely different if I know what you two would want for this home, how each room is meant to be used. You have to consider what sort of color palette you would want, at the very
I
least.
feel like this is still going to end up with them having a meeting, but this is going to obviously cause a butterfly effect.
Yeah.
Do consider that this will be your home and not mine.
None of those houses ever did feel like a home.
You won't give me a choice in the matter, will you?
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
God.
What? No.
No, I won't.
You do have a choice, and
No. You've clearly made up your mind that we must meet. All right.
Goddamn.
Monday, 10 o'clock sharp. We'll see you then.
Actually, Marianne suggested that we meet at 9, but who is even awake at that unholy hour? I was lucky enough to wake up this morning before Luke went all the way to Cardiff. We say our goodbyes, shake hands, and make it clear without outright saying it that we now own this house. By the time we left the mansion grounds, sunset is almost upon us.
So, you really want to buy this place then? That's a bit of a big impulse buy, even coming from you. Not that I'm complaining.
I feel elation when I hear those words from him. It's not every day one is able to please someone like Luke. He gives away false flattery to sway those who starve for his attention and approval. But in the privy of closed doors, he would often express his grievances. He neither censored himself in front of me, nor spared me from his criticism.
You have been saying the penthouse was getting a bit too small for you. Happy anniversary!
Oh. That time of the year
Wow.
Damn. Yikes.
What a charmer.
He forgot about it last year, too. I understand that he's a busy man, but...
Is that why you want to buy it?
Yes. You don't like it?
I do. But I remember you used to talk about how you wanted to live next to the beach.
Botany Bay, Kent. Wait,
Kent.
Kent Washington?
Nah.
Oh, shit!
Jasmine, there's like billions of Kents.
No, Botany Bay. That's an actual specific area in Kent, Washington.
No.
Maybe there's many botanies, but I know there's a Botany Bay in Kent.
Yeah, Kent is like... Yeah, no. Can't be.
I remember the sea, water that stretched on for miles and miles as far as the eye could see, unless she was studied abroad. Possible.
Or two.
As a kid, I loved our beach trips, swimming all day as much as I could. I was a well-behaved child, and the only time I was ever truly difficult was when I refused to get out of the waters, even when my fingers had gone all wrinkly. And even when they managed to pull me out of the water, there was always sandcastles. The day before we married, I told Luke that I wanted a house on a beach and a dog. And a kid or two. None of those came true 7 years later.
That was a childish dream. Living next to the beach is so impractical if you really think about it.
I don't know. It's not a bad thought to see you in a bathing suit every day.
Maybe another time, love. We still have forever, don't we?
Yeah. He says nothing, only grabbing my hand and holding it tight as we spend the rest of the ride home in silence. I miss the sea. Is it Blair's turn?
Yep. Sick of hovering over the loo at 3 in the morning, the picture I paint right now is hardly glamorous. A horribly fishy taste is left in my mouth as I throw up what I had for dinner. I hate the acrid stench that fills the lavatory. The burning sensation at the back of my throat is of no help whatsoever. I can feel another wave of nausea come up on me when the door opens.
Hannah, what are you doing so early out of bed?
I'm fine, love. I must have just eaten something bad.
That's all I managed to say before vomiting again into the porcelain throne. Lovely.
Just go back to bed, Luke. I'm going to clean up here.
I refuse to look at him. I don't want him to see me like this. The last time I've had a horrible morning retching into a toilet was during my college years, being the life of the party. Thoughtless and shameless, I had thrown away months of frivolous merriments and pointless hookups. I didn't even retain any of the connections I had made from that time. Sure, they still know of me and I still know of them, and we still do business from time to time. But I've lost touch with anyone who I didn't see on a daily basis. I hardly have any of the friends I had when I was still Hannah Evans, teachers, fellow university students, drinking buddies, and old conquests like Jack.
Sparrow!
Comes Jack Sparrow.
No, don't touch me, sweetie. It's disgusting. I'm disgusting.
What if I feel like there's another version of this scene that's more horrifying? Maybe? I don't know.
Luke sits down next to me on the toilet floor to hold my hair even as I cough up fish. He wipes the vomit from the corner of my mouth and just stares.
Do I need to fire someone? I don't feel sick.
Just feeling a bit under the weather, dear. It's been unbearably hot as of late, hasn't it? I do wish it would rain.
Are you sure it wasn't those sweets? I told you not to eat those sweets.
Maybe. Well, don't laugh.
Well, I can't help if you make that sort of face.
Jesus.
Oh, they're so sweet.
He starts chuckling, and soon enough, he's in a fit of laughter. The scene happening next to a loo filled with sick just makes the whole thing bizarre, and it makes me start giggling as well. I try to stifle it though, as I smack him on the shoulder.
I'm not making a face, Luke. Stop laughing. Shut up.
When he would not stop laughing, I let myself go as laughter bubbles from my own, and I forget whatever ill feeling plagued me. We're just husband and wife, laughing together at a funny face, the little things in life. I let myself go because I know that these moments will not last forever. But if I just know the terrible things that are in... But if I just let the terrible things that are to come for us, I would have wished for everything I have then and there that the laughter stayed.
Up, higher. Come on now.
Keep going or switch?
Uh,
That was
Yeah,
kinda
if you want
short.
me to switch, I'll switch. If you want.
go for it.
Do you want me to?
No, I'll keep
Blair?
going because that was kind of short.
Yeah.
The place is bustling with movers, carrying furnishings, trucks of personal belongings taken from our penthouse.
A little bit of a skip there. I don't know if that was Discord or the pods.
Did I skip chat? Luke watches them like a hawk, making sure nothing is handled carelessly or gets stolen.
Careful now. I know your pictures are framed by cheap plastic, but those are framed by African Blackwood and are one-of-a-kind commissioned paintings.
Damn.
Each one is easily worth a lifetime of what you lot make.
Luke, do the dishwashers go into the kitchen or the butler's pantry?
Pantry, Buttercup. Careful, that's Emma No, you there, put that down. You do not manhandle a Napoleon Abueva.
I like the way he says abuela.
I can see the exasperation, and I have to send the foreman an apologetic glance. Even Jonas rolls his eyes as he goes by. Considering Luke is always like this during a project, Jonas's and I have gotten used to it. Poor Marianne, on the other hand, looks a bit stressed at seeing the gigantic mess before quickly going back to work. Everything just has to be perfect, exactly the way he wants it. One little thing out of place, one little thing that didn't fit the image he clearly constructed in his head, and Luke gets bent out of shape.
Sweetie, why don't we go and sort your suits upstairs? Let your Hans and Marianne and the foreman deal with the rest of the work.
We have this, Mrs. Wright.
Yes, please do go before a blood vessel bursts. Bloodstains are so troublesome to clean.
Wow. Dealt with a lot of bloodstains, have you?
Mm-hmm. Well, you need accomplices.
Oh, you don't like the Wrights, do you?
Sorry, he's a murderer. It's obvious that he's a murderer.
Draco Malfoy.
Oh my god, look at his fingers. What's wrong with his fingers?
He's also an alien, apparently.
Taking him by the hand, I lead him upstairs into our bedroom. Giggity.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna freaking do that. I just knew it. If you didn't, I would have.
Mm-hmm.
I would have done
You
freaking
you can't yell at me at something you would do.
Yes, I can.
We all three would do
All right,
that.
then you're a
And Porter.
hypocrite.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's one thing in this room that doesn't fit with the rest.
What? Where? What?
The vase in the back. For whatever reason, it doesn't blend like the rest of it does.
Make the picture of Charlotte Ermengarde's more creepy.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is like the outline. Okay.
This place has been arranged first so that we can get some rest, no matter what state the rest of the mansion is in. I am definitely glad I can just lay down on a soft, comfy bed after what has been a busy morning. Watching Luke act like his life depended on getting his move done is tiring all on its own. And to think I have a whole day of this ahead of me. I feel the bed dip beside me as Luke sits down with a sigh.
Well, I can't wait for this to be over.
I don't know. It's fun seeing you all fired up. Here at home and not at work, you know.
You know I can't always be home, Hannah. I have a company to run, unless you've forgotten.
I haven't forgotten. You're the one who insists on being there to make sure each and every little thing is under control. I just really miss you sometimes, and I wish you were at home more often. Why, if you're not careful, I might go a bit loopy and I'll start bringing cats home. And soon enough, one day you'll find yourself going home to a farm just filled with felines that follow you everywhere.
Oh, God.
Oh, don't bluff. The things would shred up your precious furniture. Besides, you don't even like cats.
True, true. Dogs are infinitely superior, of course.
Hannah must die. First chance we get, Hannah must die.
Gotta make the right choices.
Oh, God.
But what about the wet dog smell? The mess? I'm not cleaning up after a mutt, no matter how cute.
The fuck? You went pucker. Give you a wig, you're a chick.
If you think about it, a cat would be better.
Oh. He's a cat
I
person
like
all of a
Luke.
sudden.
I like Luke. He's a murderer, but I like Luke.
I feel like if we were living in a different society, Blair, you'd be a knife-throwing murderer.
No.
Where it's legal.
Knives are too messy.
Ah, it depends. If it's like one of those little needle knives, you just go right through the ear to the brain, you're done, just walk away. Nothing happened. What?
I think
What?
we need
That
to get you a
actually
psychopath
happened in a show.
test.
I don't remember what show that was, though.
There's a few psychopath tests that are out there. I think you need
I
to take a
think something
few.
like that happened in something on Netflix. I know what it is. It's, the 100.
Okay. We laugh. It's not always that we can just lay down and talk about these sorts of things. To joke around as if we're teenagers again, with very little problem in the way of responsibilities and role. To hear his genuine, honest-to-goodness laughter is a rarity. Darling. This is just the second time, as of late. And I can only see it as signs of good things to come.
All good points. I guess we could just have kids. That is, if you prefer dealing with soiled nappies and sick as opposed to dead birds, mice, and litter boxes. I've already told Marianne about turning the second bedroom into a children's room.
I guess sometimes I don't know when I'm crossing a line. I didn't say that I'm a good comedian, did I?
Not this again.
What? I wasn't being serious.
It's not something you take the piss out of. Having a kid is a big responsibility, Hannah. We've talked about this, haven't we? I'm not ready to be a parent. I'd probably end up killing the little brat by the week's end.
Damn.
What should I say?
You'll be a great father. Apologize for bringing it up.
You'll be a great father.
Oh, that's so tough. That's a tough one.
I'm gonna say apologize for bringing it up.
I gotta be the tiebreaker?
Fuck
Oh,
yes, you
son
do.
of a bitch!
Yeah! Yeah!
Anybody
you're
from my
tiebreaker.
Monday group would be like, wait, what are you even hesitating about? Great father.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kylie likes you well enough.
Relationship status, I gotta know. Oh, that was the positive. So the other one was a negative. Well, fuck me.
The mention of our little goddaughter's places a conflicted look on his face. Sometimes it is cute when he denies having a soft spot for the little girl. But then sometimes it's sad, and it makes me wonder what happened to make him think so poorly of himself in this regard.
Yes, well, it's Kylie. The tyke likes everybody and, on the off chance she doesn't, likes them well enough as long as they buy her sweets. And sure, that kid is great, but if I get tired of her, I can ship her back to her father at the end of the day. Having kids of our own will be a whole different monster entirely.
Luke must die.
Oh my god, Blair.
I have never heard him talk about his father in anything but a business context. I recall Damien Wright kept hearing about him from my own father, even before I met Luke. But business world praised him for running a tight ship, all until one mistake led to a great loss for the enterprise. It was then that news of Luke Wright, prodigy son and successor to the old man, started to show up, and he aided in its recovery and growth up until the Great Recession. I'm getting a bit off track. Regardless, I have never heard him talk about his father like one would talk about family.
I think you'll be a great father.
There is a smile, no matter how half-hearted it may be. I do really think that. He might not be a good, honest man. A part of me knows that, though I try to silence it.
Oh, there's your answer, Blair.
Yeah, he's a fucking murderer, you know it! But I know Luke well enough that he will be a better father than either Damien Wright or Henry Evans.
Who's Henry Evans?
I would assume her dad, since her name was Hannah Evans.
Oh, right. Brain.
Where?
I love my father.
What told me? Hey, look, there's an elf on the wall.
What?
It's his hair, but it looks like he's got a really long ear.
Looks like it's hanging down. Like that ear was severed.
Okay.
But he never had the time.
If it is any consolation, I think you'd be a decent mother.
Oh, gee, thanks. Decent. Fucker. On the other hand, I have never heard of his mother. A silence settles, both comfortable and uncomfortable. There's a familiarity in each other's company, despite the awkwardness that had transpired.
Ma'am?
defenses and masks down, without anybody else looking, we are both together and alone in this quiet. But a crash from downstairs startles us both out of our reverie. Luke lets out a heavy sigh before coming up to his feet and straightening his jacket.
I'll have to attend to that then.
$5
Be good,
owes
darling.
Marianne.
What?
$5 owes Marianne that made the break.
And
Picked
watch
up
out
a
for your
mirror
blood
for-
pressure.
He gives me a kiss. A kiss. He gives me a kiss. A kiss. He gives me a kiss. Fuck me.
We haven't
He gives me a
even seen
kiss
that
on the
part
cheek
yet at
before
all.
leaving, while I lay
don't know
there in
that.
a daze.
That's not a spoiler. That's nothing. She at no point picks a mirror up and throws it.
Alone, as per usual.
You want to unmute?
I really should be used to it by now. I can feel the minutes tick by with me just laying there, feeling miserable and full of self-pity. I have rolled over to lay on my stomach at this point, when my face buried into the pillows, when there's a knock at the door. Grumbling at them to go away doesn't work, as a voice comes from the other side.
Madam, the photographer from Luxury Living is here.
Wait, is that today? Oh, yes. People had caught wind of our new mansion the very moment we left the open house. Luke had boasted he could acquire the property in no time and allowed a photo shoot for an interior design magazine to be scheduled today. Well, there were complications, and it took longer than it usually does for us.
In a minute, Hansi.
Hansi.
Johannes, if you could at least make it through the end.
Tell them I'll be right down, Hansi.
What did you say, Blair?
Johannes.
God.
Johannes.
Okay.
The mansion grounds has been one of the first things to be fixed up aside from the bedroom. Although it's still a work in progress, it had a promising start, and I can already see the flower patches. Luke's favored daffodils stand out easily, having been transplanted from the pots that used to litter the rooftop of our penthouse. Why, if the moving crew thought that Luke was being hard on them, they clearly didn't see the landscaper on his way out. The man looked like he was ready to faint, and Luke seemed ready to kill him by the end of their discussion. It is in the gardens that I see him standing near the flowers in quiet admiration. He is hard to miss, the hulk of a man that clearly did not belong, and the big backpack and suitcase he has with him makes him look much younger, larger. Where the fuck did I get younger? It is a peculiar sight. It is a peculiar sight, seeing someone who looks like he does handling little delicate things with such care. He looks up from the gardens and does a double take before a friendly face replaces his serene expression.
Miss Wright, yeah? Hi, Zachary Steele here from Luxury Living, ma'am. Hope you weren't waiting too long. But it looks like you're still moving in, huh? Thought for a second there my calendar was wrong and I came here too early.
The one and only. Welcome, welcome to Maison de Right. And yes, we've been in the process of moving in as we were delayed, but it won't be a problem. They're just adding a few things here and there, and you should still be able to do your work. Where's the rest of your crew then, Mr. Steele?
Zach is fine, please. Mr. Steele makes me feel like I'm a mascot for a cleaning product.
Mr. Steele, Mr. Steele.
Anyway, I'll be your one-man crew for today. Don't worry, been doing this gig for a while now.
You must be quite the veteran to handle this on your own. We've had a full crew coming into our penthouse the last time we were covered in your magazine.
Veteran? Oh, your words are too kind, Miss Wright.
Hannah. If I get to call you Zach, you have my permission to call me Hannah.
Alrighty then.
Alright then.
Anyway, I'm no veteran, but I know my camera well enough to make sure this is a good shoot. You can trust me on that, Miss Wright. Hannah.